Good morning, John. Here we are, another day in paradise. A little early this morning. I'm trying to get my feathers unruffled here and give my little talk to the Brown Trout Club. We're in summer, which you have heard and you've noticed when you walk outside. We are not getting any precipitation whatsoever. There are some storms that occasionally go through the area, but they're not over our watershed. So Pine Creek is one of its traditional low points, and it'll go lower than this. About every 7 years we get one of these, and unfortunately we're in the middle of one right now. The fish have congregated at the mouths of the feeders, unfortunately, because there's always a group of people who get in there and abuse them, and unintentionally, some kill them, take them after dark. You know, you're pretty protected. You can do what you want. But it's kind of a shame. They can survive without that. But when the people won't let them alone, it kills them off. So that's life. We're going through it again. The fish are valuable enough to protect all fishing season, but apparently they're not valuable enough to protect when they congregate at the feeder streams, which is an issue that will probably be dealt with sometime in the future. I'll be gone, but somebody will take my place, and they'll demand that we finally, why kill these fish? So at any rate, here we are in a very hot, very dry summer. If you're a bass fisherman, you're in your glory. They are getting beautiful bass on the surface and underneath. Mostly the guys that I talk to are getting them on the surface plugs and Chernobyl ants and psycho ants and that type of thing. But they're nice sized fish. The club is always, as always, part of my job is collecting enough money to keep it operating in the future. And although we've put all of this spring's fish in, we will do a heavy stocking this fall once the weather allows us to do that or provides the conditions for us to do that. So we have to wait for that to happen. It could be mid to late October. I've seen this. These droughts and low waters continue on and on and on. So we'll just see what happens. We have the money. We have the fish waiting over in the hatcheries, and of course, now that I mentioned hatchery, this condition also provides very negative growing conditions in the hatcheries, because now they have to grow more fish in less water, and feeding is a problem. As the water flows drop, you can only feed so much in those conditions. So unfortunately, it beats everything up. But you know, nature has been beat up for millions of years, and will be long gone, and it'll still be getting beat up by the weather. You know, we watch the game. That's a little easier to tell what's happening to that, because you watch the deer congregate in the winter and the heavy snow conditions and so on. That's a little more visual, a little easier to see what's happening. But you know, nature goes through that seasonally, and some seasons are a whole lot more challenging to survive than others, and this is going to be very challenging. Lower slate run from the 2 mile down is 72 degrees. A little bit hard to believe. So you know, the upper branches are doing quite well at this point, but they're warming also. So we will wait for the nature to change the weather patterns, and that could be a couple of years. We don't know. I mean, I've seen droughts like this, and a lot of times you get 2 or 3 of them in a row. We were extremely lucky. We've been operating now for around 7 years with the club, and each year they congregate for a couple weeks at a time and then go back out. But this year they're in for it. So this could continue. So we'll see. But we'll get through this, and we will continue and bring it back again. So thank you for your support, and please continue to give it. We will need more money this fall, and of course then I have the big $10,000 stocking in March, so I need cash for that. when that arrives. So we've enjoyed your support. We've had good support this whole season, and thank you very much for that. And hopefully you will continue to do that into the future. And we will be here. We'll wait for the weather to change. We'll keep you updated, and thank you very much.